Hello, everybody. So, if you've been following what's been going on in this crazy thing with the Tascams, the DP32, you might as well consider it's discontinued. You can't buy it in this continent anymore. You can't buy it in the southern continent, so you can't buy it in the Americas at all. Europe has took it off earlier this year. They took it off their site. I can't go on the Japanese site, so I have no idea if it's still there or not. Either way, they might as well just call it discontinued. They're either contemplating making new ones, like doing something with it, or just getting rid of it. So it hit me. Well, why would they get rid of the DP32? Now it's been around for a long time. It's about 10 years. I think I bought mine in 2014 or 2015, and I bought the SD, and then they had the previous one before that, which was just the non-SD one, as they called it, which had, everybody wishes they still had like the CD player and the MIDI connections and that. So I'm still trying to find one of those. I don't know how easy it's going to be anymore with how people tend to see something stopped and they're like, oh, well, now it's worth twice as much. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will, find one and say, I don't want it. Just here, take it, whatever. Just give me whatever you feel it's worth. So we'll see, because I still would like to get an original DP24. I don't want a original DP32 because I have a DP32SD. I'd rather have a DP24, try it out. But that's another story. So I was sitting there wondering for the past couple days, why would they get rid of the DP32 and not the DP24? And it finally hit me. It's consistency. Now, if you think about it, when the Model 24 came out, everybody was hoping for a Model 36, but they never brought one. They brought an upgraded version of the 24, calling it the 2400. And people even then said, well, hopefully they'll have a 3600. I don't think they will. I think we're looking at a time where it's going to sit at 24. That's where it's going to say, and it's going to be consistent across the board. Now, why do I say that? Well, I'm collecting these stupid things. I don't know why. I have a problem, and I admit that fully, because I still want to get every other Tascam ever built. So that's on me. So we're not going to worry about that. But I'm trying to collect even the analogs. I'm trying to collect everything. But I sat down and I thought, okay, well, what is consistent about the Model 24? So we're going to look at the original 24, which is the 2488. Got it sitting over here, and why I think that they're going to stick with 24 is because it's consistent. They have 12 monos. You have 12 mono channels, and then you have 6. Actually, on the Model 24, you have 5, but you have 6 stereo channels, because main is considered that too. So I think that's the biggest reason. It's consistency. Whereas when you have the DP32, we'll just swing around over here. You have your DP32, and you are dealing with 8 mono channels, and then you can vary these, which is great. I think that's the best thing they ever did. But you have 8, and then you have, was it 16? I think it's 16, or is it 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 12. You have 12 stereo channels, and that was how they made the DP32 work. And I think a lot of people looked at it and went, you know what? Do I really want to spend extra money just to get, and because technically you're just getting 2 extra channels. I'm going to be honest with you. If you convert all these to mono, you're getting 2 extra channels. That's how it is. And is it worth it? Honestly, if I would have thought about it when I first bought the 32 here, I would not have bought the 32. I would have went with the 24. And just for that reason, because I paid extra, even though I paid way less than what these are going for now. I paid like hundreds of dollars less than what these are going for now. But still, I just think would I pay for that extra? And yeah, but the thing is, I believe it is a lot of it is it's consistency. It is you have consistent amount of tracks. You say these 12 are mono, and the rest are going to be stereo. That's how we're going to have it set up from now on. And honestly, I think it's a great idea. And the reason I say it's a great idea is because working with the DP32 and doing an import export from the Model 24 or from the 2488 here onto it, I have to sit down, I have to work it out. You've seen my spreadsheets where I have it set up so that I can say, okay, well this is where this track is now over here, and yeah, it's much easier if it's all consistent, because then you can say, okay, well, if I export on my Model 24 and I put it on my DP24, I can just import the tracks the exact same way because they will be exactly the same. Now, not a lot of people do this, but I'm weird. I'm special. I have a problem, and I've admitted it. I should start an anonymous, AGAS, anonymous gas or anonymous gear acquisition syndrome association. So call it AGASA, something like that, because I have a problem, and I know this. But I think that is the biggest reason that they did this, so that it would be consistent across the board. It kind of reminds me of, and this is going to be funny, the whole Commodore situation. Now, why am I saying Commodore? So I look at the VIC-20 as the 788. The 788 was the initial, let's see if we can do a digital with a hard drive. And it's great. I love my 788. Trust me on that. 8 tracks, beautiful, works wonderfully. And then they went, okay, well, let's try to go better. So they if you've ever listened or read anything about the whole Commodore scenario, the 64, same case, slightly different things about it. They didn't do a lot of changes. It was like, it's got to be the same case, but it's a better machine. It's way better. Like it's a much higher step above what the Commodore VIC-20 was. And that is the 2488, and that is, I think that's why, and you can call it with the DP32, or not DP32, the DP24, all the way up to that point. And then they said, okay, well, let's make a Commodore 128, which was when you look at it technically double what the Commodore 64 was. It was a Commodore 64 doubled, not really, doubled, and it could do more things. That is the DP32. And once again, following Commodore, they discontinued the Commodore 128 before they discontinued the Commodore 64. The Commodore 128 lasted, I think, maybe 2 or 3 years, and then the 64 lasted another 2 years after the 128 passed on. Like, they discontinued the 128. And ironically, when you think about it, the Commodore 64 is still the most, was the biggest personal computer sold in the world. So I'm not saying that's what's going to happen with the DP24, but I have a feeling that's what it is. It's a matter of consistency. For anybody out there, because I've read some crazy stuff on Facebook when I was still doing Facebook and that, and people wanting 64 channels, they wanting a massive screen, they want, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be 24. If Tascam decides to make another Porta Studio, which I have a feeling they're not. That's just my opinion on this. It's not going to go any higher than a 24. It might actually be a true 24, which would be awesome. That would be the best. If it was a true 24, meaning it's 24 mono tracks, not 12 mono, rest stereo, stick stereo. No, true 24. That would be awesome, just like the Studio Bridge. I don't see them doing it, though. I do not see Tascam doing that. But that's my opinion. And I just want to share that with you. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you do enjoy what I'm talking about and what I do, please subscribe, like the video. Just help me get it out there. So, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.